everybody, welcome back to the Vegas Tips and Tricks Podcast number 19. Who doesn't love the Vegas Tips and Tricks Podcast song? Should we sing it together? No, you've probably heard enough. But if you haven't heard enough of my first big hit, you'll want to check out, just like I told you to do last week, check out the Matt Bridger vlogs, which sadly are coming to an end. But at the end of the vlog is my special Matt Bridger outro music. So you'll want to check that out. It was a lot of fun. I appreciate Matt reaching out to me and asking me to do that, and I'm still amazed that he actually put it in there. So it's some good fun. One of my hobbies is just messing around on the piano, and I'm not very good, but hey, it's something I enjoy. So, but not quite as much as I enjoy Las Vegas. And that's why we're going to talk a little bit about Las Vegas today. And I'm going to kind of have, this program's actually going to kind of have a little bit of a format going on. We'll talk about been a number of fairly big news stories coming out of our favorite city the past couple of weeks, and I wanted to cover a few of them. Some good news from the corporate overkill factory that the Strip has become, and that is that Wynn and Encore will no longer charge for parking. They still have ridiculous resort fees, but at least it is a ridiculously nice resort. But you're not going to be charged on top of that for parking there. As I'm sure you have recalled, if you've been sort of watching Las Vegas news, or if you visited and had a car recently, almost all of the major properties on the Strip, the Caesars properties, the MGM properties, and then obviously Wynn as well, but almost every property on the Strip now charges you to park, which is not unusual in major cities, but was always one of those sort of standard perks you could expect from Las Vegas. Well, Wynn's had a bit of sort of bad press lately with some of the goings-on with their founder, the unusual Mr. Steve Wynn. You know, so I don't know if they've been struggling a bit, or if they just thought they needed some good press for a change. I think it was not that long ago that they announced that hotel guests, as well as people who spent some money there, would be able to park for free. But now free parking is back at the Wynn, so it's not a great base of operation if you're driving over to the Strip, unless you really want to explore the sort of north end, but it's something. You know. And across the street you could have parked at Treasure Island, so I suppose maybe that played into it somewhat. On a much less pleasant bit of corporate news, also released sometime last week, is that MGM plans to lay off as many as 1,000 people. Now that's nationwide. That's not all in Las Vegas. They have already notified some 250 odd people. Not that they're odd people, they're obviously people who are having a problem right now. Some very long-term people that have worked with the company, and you know, as part of this sort of increasing profit, reducing costs thing, which every company seems inclined to do. And while they're certainly within their prerogative to do it, it's always a bit of a sad situation, and you know, layoffs that large certainly impact, I think, employee morale, and I can't imagine it's going to have a positive effect on customer service when you reduce the number of people involved in that process. So been some reactions around the city. I'll throw out, I know one of my favorite little places downtown, Evil Pie, put out a press release. They were very sorry to see that these people had lost their job, and hey, come in and give them and their family a slice of pizza. So, you know, it's people forget that Las Vegas is a community. It's a place where people live and work, in addition to being a place we like to visit. But it is good in the wake of some sad economic news that people are reaching out at least somewhat to try and help out their fellow Las Vegans. Is that correct? Yeah, I don't know. Doesn't matter. But so we certainly wish those folks well. Hopefully they'll find additional employment somewhere in the casino industry. We do have some new hotels going up, and possibly some expansions, so we wish them the best. You know, I don't talk a lot about the corporate bit of Las Vegas, but certainly the domination of at least the Strip by two mega corporations in terms of MGM and Caesars. I don't know that it's been a very good thing for the customer in terms of providing the kind of competition you need, and it's probably not been good for the employees in those hotels either, because it's very easy for someone high up to slice and dice you. Some fun news of sorts, some interesting news. Talked a little bit about how Sting was going to be doing a residency in Las Vegas, which kind of came out of nowhere. Another kind of came out of nowhere, at least it did to me, is that Paula Abdul, the Paula Abdul Forever Your Girl show, will be replacing Donnie and Marie at the Flamingo Showroom. That's going to be starting up August 13th. Tickets ranged, when I checked, from about $69 to $129. Paula, of course, known for, well, being Paula, I guess. She was a Laker girl. She was a pop star. She was on one of those reality shows, and she has a lot of personality. I don't know, had she really had that much success musically that she can carry an entire show. I don't know. We'll find out. Certainly, Donnie and Marie kept that showroom going for over 10 years. I'm a little skeptical about Paula. I certainly wish her luck. She's 56 years old. I didn't know that. I thought she might be older than that, but she's not. So certainly a lot of hits. I mean, sure, and I don't think she really tours or anything. So I guess her fan base might very well migrate to Las Vegas from time to time and check her out. So I wouldn't mind going, but I probably won't. Good luck, Paula. And the top news story of the week, I think, just in terms of its impact on visitors and probably residents of Las Vegas, was a decision by the City Council, who, by a 4-to-1 vote, agreed to allow for so-called pot lounges. Yes. One of the things about legalizing marijuana in the state of Nevada, the city of Las Vegas in particular, is while you can go to the dispensaries and you can purchase your various cannabis-related products, you, unless you're staying with a friend in a private residence somewhere, you have nowhere to legally consume the product. Now, if you've been to Las Vegas recently, particularly on the pedestrian overpasses or down the side streets or behind your hotel, I'm sure you've smelled the telltale signs of the fabulous weed, which does not personally appeal to me. But, so, it's been one of those laws, rules that's been blatantly disregarded, I think, not only by visitors, but by the authorities. And so this will provide some place you can actually legally consume the products. It will be probably several months before you would expect to see any of these created. The only people that can create one of these pot dispensaries right now are the legal, people who can legally sell the product at this point, that they have to build on a separate room or a separate add-on to their facility because it cannot be consumed directly where it is purchased. Okay, so, and of course it raises concerns about what these people are going to be doing after they leave. You don't want them driving away, so there's some safety concerns there. But if you're a person that likes to partake in said product, this might be the right thing for you. Now, outside of one dispensary, which is located right across from the SLS, there really aren't any right on the Strip. I don't know how that's going to work with that particular dispensary because, by my understanding, actually not by my understanding, it was in the news report, that these lounges must be located at least 1,000 feet away from any casino or school, which I suppose that still is 1,000 feet across the street. Anyway, so what do you think about this? I'm all in favor of legalizing marijuana, have been for many years. I think it's the right thing to do. It's not any more harmful than alcohol or a lot of prescription drugs. That being said, I'm not a big fan of being around it or smelling it. So in my opinion, if we can give people a place they can legally go use the product, maybe I won't smell so much of it on the street. So I guess I'm in favor of that. Are you a cannabis user? Have you tried it in Las Vegas? Are you excited about the possibility of having a place you can go and legally smoke? Or don't you care? Or do you think this is a bad trend? It's just another down the slippery slope of evil and decay? Well, I don't know, it's Las Vegas, so there's always been a lot of evil and decay. Anyways, some final news and notes is that I have pretty much nailed down that I'm going to be in Las Vegas in early June. It is all but set in stone. Of course, always subject to change, but so there will be new Vegas material coming up in about a month or so. I'm excited to get back, hopefully. You know, I'll spend some time on the Strip, I'll spend some time downtown, probably have 2 or 3 different room videos to show you. So excited to do that. All right. Anyway, thanks for watching. This has been kind of a different show because we really have talked about news events. If it's something that you enjoy this format a little bit, let me know. We won't always have this much news to talk about. Next week I'll probably go back and do a Vegas tips video. Maybe we'll talk about car rental. We haven't talked about that one yet, so maybe I'll do a Vegas tips show on car rentals and that process. If that's interesting to folks, or maybe something else. Anyway, let me know what you think of the new format. Let me know what you think of the channel. If you enjoyed this video, please like it. Please hit that subscribe button, that notify button. Tell your family, tell your friends. Everyone wants to come be a part of Vegas Tips and Tricks, don't they? Maybe. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. Hope you have a great and lucky week, and we will see you soon.